Hey guys, and welcome back to another Create a Sim video, and today we are making some twins and some triplets. So before I talk about the Sims, I'm gonna give you a bit of a backstory. Just keep up with me. If you're confused, it'll be in the description, so just read it from there. So the twins' father died when they were 5, so they only had their mom. And in the triplets case, their mom ran away with another man, so they only had their father. So the twins' mom and the triplets' dad fell in love, and they got married, and they lived together. And this happened when the children were like 12 years old, so they basically grew up together, but they still remember the day they met. But sadly, their mom and dad died of old age, and now all of the siblings live in the same house. So that is the basic backstory. So now let's get into the individual creative Sims. So here is our first twin. Her name is Mary William, and she has the computer whiz aspiration, and her traits are genius, geek, and she is also family oriented. So Mary is the kind of girly nerd. She loves the color pink, and she loves makeup, and most of her makeup is actually pink, which is actually really cool. I didn't plan that out, but that's just how it ended up. So she's also a nerd. She likes reading, and she loves playing video games, but she's a nerd, so she got bullied when she was in school, and she did not have many friends, but she really loved the few close friends she had. She also wanted to fall in love and have a boyfriend, but since she does not have any friends, it's kind of hard to achieve since she doesn't talk much. So she also thinks that what others think of her is more important than what she thinks of herself. So basically, she believes in others more. So she wants to give a good impression to others instead of what she thinks of herself. So she wants to stay skinny and fit, and she puts on so much makeup and tries to make it look like she didn't put on makeup. And I'm not against any of that stuff. I know it might sound like it, but I'm just against the fact that she did it for other people, not for herself. And just another thing, she is a bit of an introvert compared to her other twin sister. So here is my next Sim. He is one of the triplets, and his name is Richard Baroness. I don't know if it's Barn or Barness, but I'm just gonna say it as Baroness. And his aspiration is fabulously wealthy, and his traits are ambitious, materialistic, and he is also a perfectionist. So he is also really fit and active. He likes doing sports, and he saw his dad struggling when he was younger because he had to do everything alone and by himself. So he wants to earn a bunch of money so that he doesn't have to struggle in the future like his father did. And he also has plans on having multiple wives for some reason. I don't know why, but I think it's because girls don't really like him at the moment. So he thinks when he gets rich and becomes the richest man on the planet, he will have all the ladies he wants. Because he is a perfectionist, whenever something goes wrong, he gets very stressed out and annoyed. And he has really high expectations for his future. That can be a good thing, but that can also be a really bad thing. But on the other hand, he is also very hardworking and committed to his work because he believes that good things don't come easy. But unfortunately, on the other hand, he also believes that you don't get to the top by being nice, you get to the top by being perfect. So sometimes, to get what he wants, he becomes very mean and aggressive, and if he still doesn't get what he wants, then he will create a scene or start a fight or do anything to get what he wants. And money is the most important thing in the world to him. It's more important than family or health. It is basically the vital point of his life. So yeah, that is Richard Barness. So this is my next Sim. She is the other twin, and her name is Michelle William. Her aspiration is hopeful romantic, and her traits are gloomy, non-committal, and childish. So she has kind of a sad and more gloomy backstory. So she fell in love with a man and she wanted to get married, but he broke up with her 10 minutes before the wedding through a text, and he said, "I'm not coming, I'm not in love with you." And that really broke her heart and pretty much scarred her. So that's why she's gloomy and non-committal, but she still wants to fall in love and date date guys. And before her heart was broken, she was like her sister. She wanted to lose weight because she was born more curvy than her twin sister. But after her breakup, she realized that she should embrace her curves and be herself and just slay. She also became more free and wild. Before, she was shy and reserved, but then she realized you only live once, so you should live it freely. She also became more frisky. As you can see, she started wearing shorter clothes, more out there makeup, and really bold makeup as well. And she goes to parties and clubs every day. She loves to meet new guys and just fool around. But the reason she goes out is because it distracts her from her sad past, and she isn't really over what happened yet, but she doesn't like saying that to many people. She doesn't even say it to her own sister that she's not over it yet. So yeah, that is Michelle William. So this is the next sim, and he is the second triplet, and his name is Rodney Baroness. And his aspiration is public enemy. His traits are evil, hates children, and genius. He's also very fit like his brother. When he was younger, he was never accepted. He always felt left out, and that's why he is a public enemy. And I would give him a loner trait, but you can only have 3 traits. So people think he hates children because he is just a bad person, but the real reason he hates children is that he feels bad for them. They look so happy and hopeful, but he realizes one day they will wake up and everything won't be happy and joyous, and they'll be heartbroken. So he just wants to hurt people. It just makes him feel better for some reason. So he was a loser in middle school, but when he got to high school, he became like the biggest bully in the entire school. But he was alone. I would give him the loner trait, as I said before, but you can only have 3 traits. So most of the time he actually was alone. So he wants to become a professional criminal just because it's his passion for some reason. But however, it's also really awkward when people ask him what he wants to do when he grows up, because he has to say, I want to become a criminal. And just imagine like if you had to say that to someone, that would be so awkward. So he also wants a loving wife who has the same passion as him, and she must be very evil. So I don't know if that's the easiest thing to achieve, but sure. So yeah, that was our second triplet. His name is Rodney Barnett, and now time for the last sim. So this is my final sim for this create a sim. He is the third triplet, and his name is Rooks Barnett. He has the big happy family aspiration, and his traits are cheerful, good, and clumsy. And he's the most unique out of the triplets. He's not as fit as his brothers, and he's a bit more curvy. And he's well-mannered and good. He's very kind and caring, but he also is a bit shy and introverted. And he's not as popular as his brothers. He wants a family, a wife who is family orientated, and he wants 2 happy and healthy children. He is also a generally positive and very happy person, but because of him being shy and introverted, he got picked on a lot, but he always had his 2 older brothers to help him and to protect him, and just to make sure he doesn't get into any fights or anything. So he is also really super sweet and kind. Like I said before, he likes making people's day, unlike one of his other brothers. He kind of cleans up after him, so if his brother says something bad to someone and breaks someone's heart, he'll be there to scoop it back up and make it all good again. So he also dislikes the outdoors. He's a bit of an introvert. He doesn't like going outside much because he's scared that he'll get in trouble. And he also likes to stay home and read. He loves reading. He loves reading all types of books: fantasy, non-fiction, fiction, action, even sometimes horror, but he's not that much of a fan of horror. So yeah, that was our last sim, Rooks Barnett. So thank you for watching this video. I worked really hard on it. So give it a thumbs up and comment below if you have any ideas, and be sure to subscribe. It'll really mean a lot to me. I work really hard, and while you're there, hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I upload a new video. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye!